And just in terms of the graduates looking on now, what does the future hold? What would, in 10 years' time, 5 years' time, what does a graduate or a finance professional look like in your eyes, do you think? And what skill set would they need?
Sure, it's a really interesting question. It's one that's really, I think, topical for us as an accounting firm.
Mm.
Mainly because it's changing, right? So I think the core fundamentals won't change of understanding the kind of fundamentals of finance and how finance works, but there's a tech savvy aspect to it,
Hmm.
right? So more and more people coming into the industry, regardless of the roles, they're going to see a lot more technology. So understanding, not being afraid of technology, being able to
Hmm.
use technology without having to be a computer science kind of
Okay.
grad. There's just an awareness, a healthy awareness and appreciation of
Yeah.
technology is absolutely key.
And in terms of your team at the moment, what would your team look like in terms of the graduates on them?
Yeah, real mix of backgrounds. So
Okay.
we've guys coming in. So we would have a lot of maths, stats
Hmm.
people in the team, but equally we'll have a lot of engineers, mechanical engineers. You'll have physics people,
Hmm.
and then a whole pile of people with kind of general business, BComs, accounting backgrounds
Hmm.
that are probably slightly more interested in the technology piece.
Okay.
And people that often came through the mix, kind of going, I want to get into business. I want to do finance and accounting. And then as they got into it, kind of said, yeah, I don't really want to be an accountant, but I'm still interested in the principles of it and just have that kind of technology
And looking
awareness.
at just the field of the audit field, so there's definitely a market for the traditional sort of people and the non-traditional new sort of candidates. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, and again, it's a good example. So there's always that. It's the two of them work hand in hand, and I
Yeah.
think that's the real magic. It's what we would always refer to as the domain knowledge or the business knowledge comes from the core accounting, the core
Okay.
finance kind of background. And when you marry that with the technology kind of curiosity, and like a lot of our guys wouldn't know the ins and outs of how to do stat reporting
Hmm.
or how to produce a set of accounts, but they just ask questions around
Yeah.
the data and they're curious, and it's that collaboration between the domain or the kind of business finance person and the data science people
Okay.
that's really quite magical.